Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch a Movie. I'm Mike. Jay couldn't make it to the movie tonight, so I took my little one to see it. Before I talk about that, you see this Spider-Man shirt I'm wearing. If you can see it, I love this shirt. I got it from jackofalltradesclothing.com, who was cool enough to send us some shirts, so a special thank you to them. You guys can get these shirts. They have all sorts of badass superhero designs that I haven't seen anywhere else. So click the link below, help us out, help them out, and thank you Jack of All Trades Clothing for sending me these shirts. And you can have this shirt, not this one. You wouldn't want this one because I sweat sometimes when I make the videos. Maleficent, starring Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt's hot wife, and you gotta love the red lipsticks. Even with the horns and stuff, it's Angelina Jolie, high cheekbones, red lipstick. She's hot. Now that I've got that out of the way, I can move on and do the movie review like a classy kind of guy. She was a villain in Snow White, and this is her side of the story, kind of what happened. And that's an intriguing, premise to go off of. Going on top of all that, just the buckets of money they dumped on this movie. It's in 3D. You think you're gonna get crazy special effects, Angelina Jolie. It sounds like a really good idea. Or they just cashing in on it. That's really a hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Been there a few times in my life. I get screwed over by Charlton Copley's character, Stefan. And I won't give away how it happens because I don't want to give away any spoilers, but damn. What a dick. He casts a spell, she goes after him, casts a spell on his newborn daughter, Aurora, and then shit just goes cray-cray from there, Disney style. I just said shit and Disney in the same sentence. First off, don't go see it in 3D. There's really no point in it. The movie's really dark. Nothing really sticks out that much. The depth's all right in it, but it's really no point in spending the extra money. I would rather, if I could go back, I'd go back and see it on the regular screen if I went to watch it again. Even if you told me the 3D ticket was the same price, it's just too dark. I didn't like the way it looked. Special effects going off of that are okay. I mean, and that's really disappointing when you consider how much money they spent in this movie. I mean, they spent a bucket load of money on this. And really, the thing about the special effects is they're going the whole time. They're there for the whole movie. It's constant special effects coming at you. There's there's tree monsters and stuff like that. But the thing is, all this stuff, nothing really wows you. We've seen most of the same stuff done maybe 2 years ago and done probably even better. There's some cool scenes of her flying around, and they do a couple cool little things here and there with it. The way the lightning strikes when she's sitting on her throne. There's very few times I was like, oh, that's cool. It's mostly like, good stuff about this movie. Angelina Jolie was amazing. It's not just because of her hotness factor either. She carried this movie. Without her in it, this movie would have been terrible. I'll just say that right now. She fit the part perfectly and constantly showed different characterizations of herself. Like she's in love, she's a villain, she's full of hatred, she's full of vengeance, she's full of compassion, she's full of reluctant niceness. Does that even make sense? Probably not, but she's full of it. And she's got all these different sides to her, and she just hits them on all cylinders. Every time they go to her for a certain emotion, Angelina Jolie knocks it out of the park, and she's interesting to watch, and she even has some action scenes in the film, which she does a great job at. She gets pissed off, you believe it. I really wouldn't want to fuck with Angelina Jolie. That's probably why they have all those damn kids. Brad Pitt's not going to be like, no. She's kind of scary when she gets mad, but I kind of like it. Charlton Copley, though, really any character beyond her in this film was disappointing. Charlton Copley, he's a good actor, but he's got this very specific accent, and in this movie, it kind of makes him come off hokey and kind of dumb. And maybe it's not his fault so much, maybe it's the character they wrote for him, but his intentions are just like, puh. Like he goes from 0 to 100. Like 1 minute, I don't know, I can't give it away because I don't want to give away spoilers, but 1 minute, he's this kind of person, and the very next second, they're like, but then his ambitions took him somewhere else. Is the way they exactly said it like that. And he's like a completely different person. It's like, what were your motives for that? I don't even understand that. Give the guy a little bit of backstory. It's all over the place with no reason as to why. And it just didn't really fit in any of the parts of this. And I thought his character came off really, really hokey to me. Sorry, Charlton. Then you got the 3 classic fairies who were absolutely atrocious. They're creepy looking, number one. If you see and I'm not talking about Willy Wonka, like Oompa Loompa creepy, because those are fun creepy, hey, look at that weird, that's kind of creepy, but I kind of like it at the same time, and I want to hear it sing songs. These are annoying creepy. They took adults and actually shrunk them. They took the adult actors and just shrunk their heads and put them on these little fairy bodies, and they look like creepy Cabbage Patch dolls. And I didn't like it at all. Every time they were on there, meant to be comedic relief, they were meant to be funny. It was not funny at all. They weren't even cute, kind of funny. They were just really, really annoying and really, really Cabbage Patch Kid creepy. And they were constantly in the movie too. You get to see one of them get smacked at one point, and I really enjoyed it. I was psyched about it. I was psyched about a little tiny fairy getting slapped. And that's kind of where I was in this movie at that time. But there's a couple action scenes in the movie that aren't that bad. Angelina Jolie's performance really carries the movie, and it's a cool take. It's a cool idea for a story. Even if they didn't nail the story and they just seem to skip parts here and there, and you're like, what's happening right now? They didn't really take anything seriously except for Angelina Jolie's character, and Ellie Fanning was good in it too as Aurora. She's supposed to be this character who's kind of like lovable no matter what she does, and she's kind of naive, and she knocked that out of the park. She played that role perfectly. Those are the great parts about the movie, but everything else was just kind of like, whatever, it's a movie. No, that's whatever. It was a fine movie. There was nothing necessarily wrong with it, but for how cool they could have made this movie with not only the money, but the story and the darkness behind it, it really doesn't go to the places you really want it to go. So overall, I still give it a 6.0. It's not a bad watch. My kiddo liked it. Your kiddo might like it, and it's not going to scare him. I mean, there's a couple like loud action scenes type stuff in there, but it's not going to be dark or scary, so feel free to take your little ones to it. Guys, my question below is, since we don't usually do Disney movies, except for, Marvel Disney movies, what is your favorite Disney movie of all time? Mine, for me, is The Lion King, with a close second being Toy Story. Comment below, let us know what yours is, and don't forget to click jackofalltradesclothinglink.com in the link below, and our Facebook down there. Check you out some t-shirts. Thanks for watching our review, and I'll see you guys next time.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.